From Epic Records, the Dead or Alive radio special with Pete Burns.
I want surprises. I want surprises.
Hello, this is Pete Burns of Dead or Alive, and this is our new album, Mad, Bad and Dangerous to Know, and we're going to play you some tracks from this, and I'll be telling you a little about myself, and it's on Epic Records. Dead or Alive came together probably about 7 years ago, really. We've had quite a long history, and just the lineup has evolved over the last, as I say, 7 years. This lineup has been together probably about 3.5 years, because it's the most steady musical lineup that we've had. The way that we came together and the reason for the band was just that in my hometown of Liverpool, I was constantly encouraged by promoters to form a group, because there was a lot of successful Liverpool groups like the Teardrop Explodes and Echo and the Bunnymen, and I wasn't actually doing anything, and I didn't even have any desire to be a singer or a musician. But as I say, club promoters up there more or less prompted me into becoming a musician and working with other more experienced musicians, and it just evolved from there. When we go into studios and things, I usually don't ever have lyrics or only the loosest of choruses. It's just a process of I have to actually lie until somebody will put me in a recording booth, and then I just make it up from there, and once I've done it once, it stays exactly like that. Completely ad-lib the lyric when I'm in the recording booth. You see, I never ever know what I'm going to sing when I go in. I don't usually have that good a vocal line worked out, and often the way we worked on this album was I was so determined to go in and record it when we did, because I was getting so bored sitting around, that we actually didn't have much more than 3 half-formed ideas, so I had to tell a lot of people a lot of lies to get into the studio and then make up the songs in the vocal booth. What I would do is I would go in the vocal booth and actually sing the song melody-wise from start to end, and then the band would take like a set of my vocal line away, and then they would write the music behind my voice, and then while they were doing that, I'd be doing another song, so it was all done in a very unusual manner, really. I'm sorry to say, but it does quite honestly apply to all of our songs, yeah. We work in quite an unconventional way, and I think if you asked a lot of bands about it, if they could explain themselves more clearly, I think you'd find that some people actually do it, but because it's such an unconventional method of working, people don't like to say that's how they do it. Because it's very hard to convince people that it can work that way. But the further into our career we advance, the more unconventional the way of composing and working becomes, really. Because otherwise it would just get so boring. It's the same, after it's gone down on tape, I'll remember it from there. I have to learn it as though I was doing a cover version of somebody else's song, really. The effect that Dead or Alive's 18-month breather had on this album is that we became almost fussier and fussier about the standard of song that we did. We were actually working through most of the 18 months we seemed to have disappeared. We were in and out of the studio. We were in 1 week and not in for 2 weeks, and we just kept checking back everything that we'd done. We just had to really think about what we wanted to put out to represent us. On the excitement of success, it's very easy to go along with everything. There's money being waved at you, there's offers, there's all the excitement and the glamour, and the more successful a band becomes, the more being a musician gets in the way. You can spend your life on planes, you can spend your life in flashy hotels in the back of limousines, and the mere business of being a musician, which is what put you there, becomes a real inconvenience. So what those 18 months that we disappeared for enabled us to do was go back to our roots almost, without being pretentious, and that's just live normal everyday lives. In my hometown of Liverpool, when I used to very rarely go to clubs actually, but it was just club promoters spotted me on the street and they used to just tell me to get a band together. So I did. Of course, all that was a long time ago, and we're talking about now, and this is the new single, Brand New Lover.
I want